Hello, my name is Chelsea Abbas, and I'm a doctoral candidate in the program for Applied Anthropology at Teachers College, Columbia University. My research focuses on the impacts of an international border dispute between Costa Rica and Nicaragua, and how this conflict affects the lives of local villagers residing in the region. While the conflict is primarily concerned with contested land boundaries, the dispute, which is currently being heard at the International Court of Justice, is entangled with allegations of environmental degradation, rights to land use and natural resources, and issues of national sovereignty and national security. The disputed territory is a small patch of swampy land known as Isla Calero. It is located at the mouth of the San Juan River, the river which forms the aquatic border between the two nations. In October of 2010, the Nicaraguan Sandinista army, led by former guerrilla leader Eden Pastora, marched troops onto this territory and erected a Nicaraguan flag. When confronted about the event, Eden Pastora referred to the authority of Google Maps, which, at the time, was incorrect. The border conflict has thus been dubbed the world's first Google Maps war. In response, Costa Rica, a country with no standing army, flooded the border region with the national police. My research examines the social relations between the local border residents and the national police. A large majority of the residents in the border region are undocumented Nicaraguan migrant workers and their families. These interactions are especially interesting because not only do they represent a form of cooperative police-civilian relations within a conflict zone, but also because they are largely interactions with the other, or, in terms of the dispute, interactions with the enemy. Drawing upon the anthropological literature that treats borderlands as zones of contact inherent with contradictions and conflict, based oftentimes on ideals of nationalistic homogeneity, my research finds that local forms of sustainable peace between two parties of a conflict can and do exist. In the Costa Rican borderlands, one example is the shared social spaces occupied by national police officers and local residents. The police post forms the center of the village, and the police are visible from any vantage point. Both the police and residents spend time socializing in front of or in the local general store. And on a typical night in the border region, it is not uncommon to see members of the National Police Force eating dinner and sharing drinks with the locals, both Costa Rican nationals and Nicaraguan migrants alike. Similarly, the local Development Association and Board of Education work hand in hand with the police to provide goods and services to the community. In response to concerns of school transportation, the police provided bicycles to students who have to walk long distances to arrive at the school. The police have also given courses in the school to the students on personal safety. They spoke with them on topics such as how to treat a snake bite, ways to prevent dengue fever, and river navigation safety. On a separate occasion, they presented the students who commute to school in canoes with life vests to use while crossing the river alone. The police spent time in the classroom explaining how to use the life vests and why they are important. As my preliminary findings suggest, my research aims to provide an example of sustainable community-level cooperation in a contested militarized border region. As national borders around the world continue to harden, enforcing draconian laws on migratory patterns and cross-border trade, my goal is that my research contributes an alternative narrative to the debate on border control and security, a narrative that is centered on human rights, migrant rights, sustainability, and cooperation. I would like to thank the Earth Institute for generously funding the summer portion of this research. Since I am still in the field, please direct any questions or comments you may have to my email address below. I look forward to returning in the fall to share my completed work. Thank you.
Sometime you'll